Ahmed Al-Said comes from Egypt, but these days he's more likely to call China his home. When he first arrived in northwest China's Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region 3 years ago, he never thought that it was a place he could become so sentimentally attached to. But now the 31-year-old has a career and a family here, and he couldn't be happier. In just 3 years, his life has totally transformed. He married a Chinese girl, enrolled in local university for further study, and more importantly, opened his own company, translating Chinese books to Arabic while offering Arabic training to locals. As a graduate from the renowned Al-Azhar University in Cairo, Ahmed has been fascinated with China and its culture for more than a decade. When he entered Al-Azhar in 2001, the university had just launched its Chinese major, and Ahmed followed his heart and enrolled.
I had originally planned to major in German when I graduated from high school. But when I found that the university had opened its Chinese major, I chose it in the hope of learning more about China. To my surprise, I was even able to take on a part-time job when I was even a sophomore.
In 2010, Ahmed first heard about a place called Ningxia after he showed around a tourist group who had travelled from the autonomous region. It was during that year that he got his first chance to visit the northwest China province.
As an Egyptian who speaks Chinese, I was invited to translate the Arabic version of the official website for the first China-Arab States Economic and Trade Forum. I was supposed to stay for 3 months, but 3 years later, and I'm still here.
Besides translating and updating the official website of the forum, Ahmed also served as an interpreter for international guests at the forum that year. He was even named cultural advisor for the government of the autonomous region. However, as the young Egyptian explored Ningxia, he realized that there was still a lot more he could do to promote cultural exchange between China and Arab countries.
I set a goal for myself. I wanted to let more Arabs know about Ningxia within a shorter time. I wanted to tell them that Ningxia was an autonomous region for the Hui ethnic group, and Hui people are Muslims, like many Egyptians. They share the same culture, custom and history as we do.
To achieve his goal, Ahmed decided he needed to get to know the locals better. So he decided to stay in Yingchuan, the region's capital, where halal restaurants and mosques line almost every street. During that time, Ahmed also decided to enroll at Ningxia University to study a master's and doctorate degree in ethnology. By 2011, while still in university, Ahmed had opened his own company in Yinchuan. He called the company Wisdom House Culture and Media Co. Limited, which he named after the House of Wisdom, a library and translation institute founded in Baghdad in Iraq more than 1,300 years ago.
We decided on this name for our company because we wanted to do the same thing as the original institute did some 1,300 years ago. We wanted to bring Chinese culture to the Arab world and vice versa. In doing so, we hope to promote an understanding between the two cultures.
Over the past 2 years since the founding of the company, Ahmed and his team have translated 17 Chinese books, among which 11 have been published in Arab countries. The books, which mainly focus on the history, culture, architecture and literature of Chinese Hui ethnic groups, have won praise from their Arab readers. He may have achieved a lot, but Ahmed is still not satisfied and continues to aim high. He has set the target of translating 200 books within the next 5 years, which will cover a wide range of topics such as Chinese culture, history and economy, especially topics focusing on modern China's reform and development.
Arabs are now eager to learn more about China's economy and development. Personally, I think economic development begins with good management. So we are now planning to translate this book, The Wisdom of Enterprise. It is quite an interesting book. This is a book about Lei Feng, China's famous Good Samaritan. You may wonder why I want to introduce Lei Feng to the Arabs. Actually, what he did is similar to what Islamic teaching advocates, to help others while expecting nothing in return. Therefore, we are keen to translate and publish this particular book in Arab countries.
To Ahmed, language is one of the most important tools in effective cultural exchange. So his company also offers Arabic language, as well as etiquette training for both children and adults. In June this year, the first session of the training attracted more than 40 Arabic learners. Also in June, Ahmed's wife, a Shanghainese woman whom he married in 2011 after their encounter in Egypt, moved to Ningxia to be with him. Looking back, Ahmed, who has given himself the Chinese name Bai Xin, says that deciding to learn Chinese transformed his life.
Chinese has played a major role in my life. It is Chinese that I came to China, started my own business, got married, and eventually built my life here.
Now, with both a stable career and a happy family life in Ningxia, Ahmed has come to regard the northwestern province as his second hometown.
I feel fulfilled here. What I have been doing here is something that will influence others in the long term. It is not like doing business. You just pay for what you want, and that's all. The books we translate and have been translating will still be valuable in 20 years from now.